in one sitting. Is there any need?
Let's make some magic.
What is it? Is it that you don't like me enjoying my life, or you don't want to see me happy? Which one is it?
I just think
Which one is it?
It's just
I don't drink, I don't go out, I don't party.
So excessive mini roll consumption it is.
Is it the happiness that makes you angry that I'm happy? Is seeing me happy? It's like when I nap. I can't have a nap.
Would you allow a child to have 3?
I'm 40 years old.
The fact that this man is logically reasoning through why his wife has a problem with him having too many snacks, it's honestly another demonstration of what men are willing to put themselves through for the sake of love. The sad part is that guys like this, they deserve better. But good men are also extremely loyal, so he's not going to just get up and leave because he's unhappy in the marriage. No, he's going to reason through it, and he's going to try to get his wife to see the light. He's going to try to get her to treat him better, or he's at least just going to cope with it and do what he wants. He's going to eat the snacks. But the even sadder part is that if down the line, like years from now, his wife decides that she's not happy and she wants to leave the marriage, that man is going to be single and then probably want to stay single because of how he was treated. He was actually pretty unhappy in the relationship, and that's how he's going to view relationships. So why would he get into a...
He won't. It's simple. And the longer they continue their petulant acts, the longer men will continue to leave them in a peril because they just can't fathom for men to be happy in their lives. If they are miserable, then they will make sure to make the man as miserable as themselves.
Listen, I don't know what in the side chick at work is going on right now, but my husband came home the other day and said that they had a safety meeting at work about wearing wedding rings because apparently, I don't know, you can get your finger chopped off or whatever. And the way that I became unwell immediately, because let me tell you, if he stops wearing his wedding ring at work, the next safety meeting that they're going to have is going to be what to do in the event that a Chevy Equinox drives through the front door of the building. That's going to be the next safety meeting they have. I'm not concerned with the risks of wearing wedding rings at work. I'm not. You can lose your whole finger. You can rip the skin off of it. You can break it in 14 different places. I don't care. No, I'm not worried about the risk. You're going to wear the ring because there's women there. You see, there's like delivery drivers and like, I don't know, parts orderers. I really don't know who works there, but I'm certain that there's women, and you're not going to be walking around all finger naked and shit unless you just don't have a finger. Unless you don't have a finger, you have to wear the ring. Okay, so if you don't wear it, there's going to be another safety meeting about cars coming through the front door.
Is she hearing herself? Or it's just like some random words are coming out of her mouth? Because what her husband said is not that big of a deal, and if she is that insecure when it comes to her marriage, then she shouldn't be married anymore, because clearly she doesn't deserve it.
One of the fastest way that I block men and I test men is I tell them I'm not the nail salon. And if they ask me what color I'm getting, cool, if they don't say how much is it, or what's your Cash App, or what's your Zelle, so I can cover the cost, you're blocked.
How much do you want your wedding to cost?
My thing is not a cost thing. It just needs to
say the number. We know. Come on.
I want 2 weddings. I want one here and I want one abroad in South Africa.
Okay, so you've roughly done the costings, roughly.
I haven't done the cost.
But roughly.
Probably like 600k. Probably even more. Probably like...
What currency are we talking about?
Pounds. Probably like 500k.
Wedding?
400k.
Wedding?
350.
Wedding?
How much?
You're trolling me.
Why am I going down?
You're trolling me.
How much do they cost?
A wedding?
Yeah, my dress, my bridesmaids, my car, my people, my hair, like, my ring. Are we including the whole thing?
Yeah.
No man would be stupid enough to spend $600,000 on a wedding, that too with someone like her, who clearly doesn't have any idea about the value of money, because her whole life she has conned other men to pay for her stuff, and now she is preparing herself for one final con, which would be her ticket to paradise.
This could not be more true.
No, I'm afraid I'm going to have to disagree.
Where it's so unfortunate that they want someone in their life that will do everything for them, but then they also want to be able to sleep with this person.
No, in point of fact, that's not actually what most men want.
A lot of times women are in relationships with men and they're like, if I'm your mother, like, I don't want to sleep with you if I have to literally treat you like a child. How in the world would I be attracted to that?
I can see how that would be unappealing. But yet, that really does beg the question. Why did those women choose to be with those men, knowing exactly who they are, and then expect them to change?
And it's just unfortunate because I think that men are enabled on every corner of life. They get jobs that they're not qualified for. They get in relationships with women that they don't deserve.
So now men are being enabled at every corner of life. That's going to come as a shock to a great many of them.
Because women just want their validation. They want their proximity to these men because they think that that somehow gives them value under patriarchy.
Oh, yep, there's that buzzword, patriarchy.
If you do speak to a man, he just wants somebody that will do everything for him, and then he wants to be able to take all the credit. I see this in the workplace all the time.
I can't help but wonder, where do some of these women keep running into some of these types of men?
A man will have a better title than a woman, but it's the woman who's actually doing all of his work for him. And then in meetings, instead of giving her the credit, he simply just takes it for his own. And I think that women think that that's like climbing up the corporate ladder, or that's doing things in your relationship that are going to like somehow benefit you in the long run, like your return on investment is going to be significant, but it never is because men will always just use women.
Generalize more, that'll definitely help. Also, that was a very interesting way of painting women as basically helpless and naive.
This is their true knowledge about what a man wants, or should I say the lack of it, because if a man wanting a housewife is not fair, then men also have full right to not work for the family unit and just do what's best for them. But you see, that doesn't happen because women are master manipulators and can turn any story on its head and make themselves the victim.
Can you respect him? He didn't say love him. You see, the reason marriages end in divorce is because you think he wants your love. He wants your love, don't get me wrong, but he needs your respect. That's why he stays at work and doesn't come home. Because at work, he's celebrated. He comes home and he's tolerated. We think he leaves because I cooked for him, I cleaned for him, I served him, I took care of him, and he still left me. Because he is not fueled by your love, he's fueled by your respect. Respect is celebration. We feel like that at work. And then we come home and we see this woman coming out of the corner and she look a little bit like Smeagol, my precious! And she crawls up to you with the fistlet round her head and said, why didn't you take the bins out? Why didn't you take the kids in the carpool? What are you doing at this time up till this late? And the man goes, I'm going back to work.
Looks like his words are falling on deaf ears, because the number of women breaking their marriages on petty disputes and frugalness is only rising.
Oh, it looks like your phone is buzzing. I'm doing the dishes right now. Do you mind checking it for me? You want me to check your phone for you? Yeah, the passcode is 2128. Who was it? Babe, who texted me? It's Mark. He was asking if you were free this weekend to hang out. Tell him I'm busy. Tell him I'm hanging out with you.